Wijnaldum, and he was not feeling the love at Liverpool, saying if Liverpool lost, he was the one to blame. He said there was a moment where I was like, wow, if they only knew what I was doing to stay fit and play every game. So obviously there were fans suggesting he didn't do his best for Liverpool after he didn't get the offer that he wanted, but that was on social media, so it's not the fans in the stadium that he'd be talking about. Anyway, Jamie Carragher's come back and said, I love Genie, but this is not right. Social media is a circus and every club has clowns. Turn off your notifications, and if it's bothering you that much, delete the app. He wanted more money. The club said no. That's football. What do you make of this situation, Craig?
It's hard to disagree with what Carragher has said there. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I had a Chelsea fan say to me at the stadium, I hope you die. I was like, you know, some people are very irrational, and particularly now we have these social media platforms. Not everybody, but a big proportion are irrational people who will say anything. And I don't understand, if I was a Premier League footballer now, I don't think I would be using my social media to an extent where I was going home and looking at it at a weekend. Because that's going to just play on your mind. Because even if you have a decent game, there's always going to be, particularly for these high-profile players, there's always going to be 1,000 or a couple of thousand notifications, and some of them are going to be near the mark. And switch it off and forget about it. You know, Georginio Wijnaldum did great for Liverpool. I don't remember him mentioning anything about social media accounts when he was banging goals in from the middle of the park. So yeah, I wouldn't be blaming that, to be honest.
Luis, you were feeling the love at Liverpool. What have you made of this situation and what Wijnaldum said?
Well, I guess that I can understand, because when you are there in the dressing room, having injections, trying to be 8-9 hours to try to be fit to play at the weekend, and suddenly you don't perform well, and then you receive the criticism on social media. Of course, you can feel lonely, you can feel sad because of that kind of support that you are not expecting from your supporters, but it's going to receive the same when to any team that he arrives. It's going to be in Paris Saint-Germain. It's true that Liverpool is a global, massive brand around the world, so you're never going to have everybody happy. But it's on social media. I mean, you can cut it. I remember when we were playing for Atletico Madrid, the guys who were not happy arrived to the training ground and tried to fight with us. That's a different kind of support, and you have to understand, because they are the supporters. So social media is a fantastic tool if you understand it, but if you know that you're never going to be 100% giving what the people is expecting from you. So some people is going to criticize. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you try to please everybody. There is no chance you please everybody. So you have to understand it, know how it works. And like Carragher said, if you are not happy, you can know always switch off, and that's it.
It's easier said than done, though, isn't it? To
Well, no, it's not easier said than done. You switch your notifications off to people that you can only follow or verified or whatever, and then you don't have to see all the guff and all the nonsense. But you know, at the end of the day, the people giving abuse to high-profile people on social media are not real fans of the game, right? They're cowards. And once you understand that and accept that's who they are, they're just morons and cowards, then it's quite easy to just brush it aside. But as I said, I don't know about you, Shaq, but you know, in my time playing in the Premier League and playing in Scotland for Celtic, if this had been around, these platforms, I'm not sure I would have been engaging in. And people will say, well, you got to engage with your fans, but unfortunately, well, you don't have to engage with your fans, but unfortunately, there's a big majority out there that spoil it for the decent people.
Yeah. I struggle to engage now, never mind when back when I was playing, for that same reason, because you want to connect with your fans, but so many others who have different agendas hijack that discourse that you want to have with genuine fans for whatever reason. So for me, it makes absolutely no sense. Nor does Wijnaldum's statement, in all honesty. Listen, we are talking about social media here, and social media will make things up. When Liverpool lose, everybody doesn't target Georginio Wijnaldum. They target every single player who played. They'll target some who didn't as a reason to why Liverpool lost. That's just social media. It really is not real life, and you cannot look at social media. You cannot follow social media and take any credence in what's being said. If you do, if it does affect you, and I accept because it affected me when I was on there more, then just switch off and just recognize it for what it is and don't invite that kind of negativity into your space. So I'm with Jamie Carragher on this one.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.